Why the valence electron field, why manifestation occurs at the edge, not the core. 1. What is the valence electron field? The valence shell refers to the outermost layer of electron in an atom, those furthest from the nucleus. These electrons are least tightly bound to the nucleus, are the first to interact with other atoms, determine chemical bonding, reactivity, and molecular formation. In essence, they mediate the atom's interface with the world. They're like the skin of the atom, responsive, dynamic, and always in flux. 2. Why not the core or inner electrons? The nucleus, dense and stable, contains protons and neutrons, requires high energy nuclear force to interact with, not easily influenced by low energy fields like sound or geometry, only responds in high energy physics like fusion, fission, or particle collisions. The nucleus is like the sole memory of the atom, deep, stable, and foundational, but not where real-time interaction happens. Inner electrons, tightly bound, closer to nucleus, exist in stable, closed shells, not chemically active or responsive to external subtle fields. Think of them like the internal organs of the atom, essential but shielded. 3. Why the valence shell is the manifestation interface. The valence electrons are at the edge of the atom's quantum field, responsive to external stimuli, light, vibration, EM fields, involved in bonding, which creates molecules, which creates matter. They are also delocalized in many systems, can move, jump, and share space, part of probability clouds, quantum superpositions that collapse into observable states, the first to change when influenced by sound, resonance, or intent. The valence field is the liminal zone, where form is almost real and just waiting to be shaped. 4. In manifestation terms, to manifest something into physical form, the field must organize energy, collapse quantum probability into a specific structure, allow that structure to interact with other matter. This cannot happen at the core of the atom. It must happen at the edges where atoms meet, share, and bind. You don't shape reality by changing the center. You shape it by changing the relationships, the resonant interactions at the edge. The valence field is that edge. The relational zone, it's where new form emerges. 5. Sacred geometry and sound enter through the valence field. Sound waves, light frequencies, and geometric fields do not penetrate the nucleus. They modulate the outer shell, the valence layer, by changing the shape of electron orbitals, the resonant behavior of electron clouds, the likelihood of bonding. Once these probabilities are shifted into coherence, form begins to stabilize. Manifestation is the collapse of quantum potential through coherence, and coherence begins where interaction is possible, the valence field. Metaphorical summary: think of the atom as a temple. The nucleus is the holy of holies, sacred but rarely entered. The inner electrons are the temple walls, solid, unmoving. The valence electrons are the doors, gates, and courtyards where visitors enter, offerings are given, and exchanges happen. That is where the divine meets the material. That is where the voice enters and echoes. That is where geometry impresses its template upon the quantum field. The valence field is the membrane between the unformed and the formed, a holographic mirror that receives the imprint of resonance and collapses it into real world interaction. You do not need to command the atom to change. You only need to whisper into the threshold, sing the geometry of your intention into the outer veil, and let coherence do what it has always done: turn reflection into form.